I think that as a Christian, that will always be my number one success. Did we do what God called us to do? Right? Because I do believe that we are together to serve God, to serve God's kingdom. Like, that's what we're here for. We're here to serve God's kingdom. How? In what way? In what manner? That's what we're trying to find out every day. But we're here to serve God, to do what God wants, to serve him the way he wants. Right? So we're here for that. I think secondly, my version of success, I am here to make sure I make my wife happy. Right? Is she happy? That's one thing I want to make sure. Is she happy? My wife, my kids, future kids, family, is everyone happy? For me personally, I love seeing my wife happy. Like, I remember the other day, when I first, as you guys all saw, she got a new car, which she's driven nonstop, I must say. She got a new car, and I remember there was one day I was just watching her get in the car, drive off in the car, and I got real happy. Like, I almost teared, because I'm just like, I remember, I remember my wife. I remember when I first got it. I remember when we first got together. I remember her having her car, breaking down the middle of the street, calling me, telling me my car is not working. Even though now she calls me saying her car not working. Meanwhile, it's just the Bluetooth not working. Makes no sense. But anyway, I remember breaking down the middle of the street, her calling me, I need help. And now I'm just watching her in her own luxury car. Like, that warms my heart. Like, knowing that I'm able to do that for her, it makes me feel good. Like, and that's why I always say men versus women, when you come to having your views of success, they're different, right? For me, it's being able to take care of mine, take care of my family, take care of my wife, take care of, like I said, my kids. And I'm just the type, I love to sacrifice for others. I do that in my family. I do that for my youth group. I love to do that. I love to put myself aside to take care of other people. And I love to be able to see people improve or get better, knowing that I was able to help them. Obviously, I'm not here for the glory. I could care less. I always tell people, you don't mention my name in public, but I love to know that I'm able to help somebody else get somewhere. And I love to see people get better and further than me. That's why I'm always the type to share where I've come from, share my mistakes, because I want to see people do better than me. I want to see people make the next step. So definitely being able to provide. Like my wife said, I want to leave a legacy. I want to leave something. Like BCS tomorrow should be something we should be able to leave for our children, for our generations to come. The Gerard takeover should be a hashtag that never dies, a name that never dies, that allows that we can leave for our future. Because I'm a firm believer in this one saying that I hear all the time: if you tackle the problem that you are able to solve in your lifetime, you are thinking too small, right? I want to make sure that I tackle something that I can have a mark in, but also be able to leave on for whoever is to come, and leave them with the tools necessary to be able to carry that out. I want to make sure that I can do that. And I also just want to make sure that one other thing that's for me is successful, and I don't want this to sound shallow, I want other couples or other people to be able to look at myself and my wife and say they are successful. Like, I think the biggest statement of success is when someone else can say you look like success, right? I don't think, at one point, self-advertising only goes so far, but I want us to be able to, other people to look at us and be like, nah, they look the part. They look it, and let's be for real, right? That's a lot of people that we follow as influencers. The people that you follow, a lot of times, they look like something that you want to aspire to be one day, right? And I want myself and my wife, I want us to be able to embody success. I want us to embody success where others can look at us and say, nah, they did that. They did their big thing. They did what they had to do. And like I said, I want to leave that mark and leave an example, like I said, leave a legacy for our future generations so that they don't have to start where we started from.
Facts.
I want them to make sure that they have a head start on life. My parents started from somewhere so that I would be able to start from where I am today. They had a start, they did a lot so that I'm starting from where I am. And I want to be able to continue that, to do a lot so that tomorrow our kids can start from even further ahead than we are. Right? If I feel like our kids have to work harder than I did something wrong. So what about on a relationship level then?
No, you start first, baby.
I went first the last time, so ladies first this time.
I'm gonna also just.
It's more money?
No.
I'm glad.
Listen.
Praise the Lord.
A lot of people come up to me and be like, really, I could really be a stay-at-home wife if I really, really wanted to. But because I believe in Black excellence, I also truly believe in growing as a unit and as a circle. And I don't want other people, I want us to grow together. Yes. But spiritually, I want us to be a force in the kingdom of God. And I think that to me is success. And I think that you sent me a video the other day that I really wanted to play on the podcast.
Don't talk about it now. We'll talk about it next week.
Okay, fine. Fine. Deep sighs, y'all. But yeah, so like I think for me it's like us building, because like every couple is a ministry, and I want our relationship to minister to others in ways that we don't even anticipate, by just our lifestyle, by just the things that we do, and then just the things that the way we act, the way we carry ourselves is simply a success to me. And just also to, I really want us to exude what Black excellence in the Christian community looks like, right? In the Christian Haitian community looks like, and what it means to not only just circle the dollar within our community, but also build things. And I want us to, eventually have like things in our names, like, you know what I mean? Like if you go into like Black excellence communities and you see like there's a lot of like Black women that are in the Jack and Jill programs and stuff like that, and they have like little buildings within the universities that's named after them. Like I want that for us one day. Like I want us to be able to be like, this is ours, like this is the Gerards and stuff like that. Like, and I just want our kids, I want when we have kids, I want them to look at our kids and be like, what did you guys do? Like how did they get that way? You know what I mean? And that is kind of what I really want, and that is what I see as Black excellence and success for me. And money. And more money. I want you to come to my house and be like, like, where'd you guys get this?
But at the same time, I do think that as go-getters, even though that you are chasing goals together as a collective, that doesn't mean that you guys don't have your own individual things that you're going after. You don't have your own individual things that you're chasing. And there's definitely times because of that, you have to be able to balance, right? Balance between your dreams and theirs. Balance between what they want, what you want, knowing when you have to step up, when you have to step back, knowing when you have to pour more into one, pour more into another. I think that's very important. And I think that's, I do like, what do you feel like, at least for you? I guess I was gonna ask, like, at least for you, how do you feel? What do you feel like has to happen if you feel like one dream requires a bit more attention at a present moment than another?
I think that marriage is a place where pride should die.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is like, your ego should be put to the side, and everything should be looked at as a one unit thing. Like even though it's serving one person, but it's always serving together. For example, like Emmanuel knew that like when we first got married, I was still in school. So like a lot of the things that he probably wanted to do in the first years of our marriage had to be put to the side because Abigail needed to finish school. Abigail needed to finish school, and the goal was for Abigail to finish school.
Yeah.
Right. So there was a lot of times where, Emmanuel would go to sleep by himself, and like I'll be studying in the back, or he'll wait for me till I finish studying, like, because we had one goal. Like, one goal was for Abigail to finish school. And then, like, I remember when I was taking my NCLEX, he dropped me off, picked me up. Like, he's the one that wanted to go look at like, he was more excited about me passing the boards than me being excited about passing the boards. Like, so, like, I think that, like, overall, like, you put everything that's your personal desires of, when you're freshly married, you guys, you know, you know what I mean? And all of that had to be put on a little pause. Vacations was happening at that time. Like we were, we were in grind mode. Like, you know what I mean? And just me just studying, staying up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, like really focusing and just grinding it out. And also Emmanuel was also in school. So like we were both in school at the same time.
Yeah, stop that. No one cared I was in school, bro.
We cared.
No, we didn't. No, you didn't. Nah, you didn't.
Okay.
Don't say that.
So we cared. Anyway, so yeah, so Emmanuel and I, we were both in school at the same time. So it's like we were just focusing on completing the courses and doing things that we can. And we did that. Like, and then Emmanuel, like that was the priority at the time. And again, in marriage, there's different seasons that allocate for different things. And that was the season that we were in at that time. And that was a sacrifice that we had to make.
Hey, what you want to wear today? This one? Maybe this one. Okay. Maybe this one?
Wait, you bought your merch? Get your merch.
Get your merch.
BCS merch. We have a color for every single one of your favorite Stanleys.
We'll talk, we'll issue, we'll fake. Get your merch.
BCS, where our colors run as deep as our conversations. Get your merch.
BCS, we're always breaking the silence. Get your merch.
The silence broke, but the message stayed. Get your merch.
Do you have a BCS t-shirt? I have a BCS t-shirt.
Why sit down in compliance when you could stand in the lines where breaking Christian silence? Buy your merch now.
Built on truth, worn with confidence. Get your merch.
It was never just merch. It's a whole message. Go ahead and get your merch.
We're always breaking the silence. Get your merch now.
Breaking the silence looks good on us.
Got some time? Get some merch. BCS. Come on.
BCS merch.
Go and get it.
Not just merch.
It's a message.
It's not a fashion. It's an expression. So, get your merch. Faith isn't silent. Neither are we. Well, neither am I. I don't know about you. Wear your faith and break the silence.
You gotta break the silence. Get your merch.
Breaking Christian silence. I turn heads, run what I believe. Buy your merch now.
Join us every Tuesday
As we break the silence,
one conversation at a time. We are. Oh, we're back. We're back. Welcome back to another episode of Breaking Christian Silence. Real talk, real issues, real faith. Real talk, real faith. Got your lovely host. My name is Emmanuel.
And I'm Abigail.
And we back, guys. We back. But as you can see,
Mm-hmm.
it's different tonight.
It is very. Oh,
you want to tell us why we're different? Tell us why we're different.
Sorry.
I knew you do it. I knew you.
What's all you gonna say? Okay.
You good?
Sorry.
You good? I'll give you a minute, bro. I'll give you a minute.
Benjamin done messed up. Anyway, go ahead.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. But you want to tell us what we got different tonight?
You know, we got a special guest.
You got
My
special
lovely
guest?
people.
You lovely people?
Mm-hmm.
Forgot it is you. Y'all related. Y'all related. So we want everybody watching the chat to give a special round of applause. We got special guests tonight. We got Mr. and Mrs. Alex and Zariya Joseph that's here with us tonight. Beautiful guys. We here. We having fun. How you guys feeling?
Feeling good.
Feeling good.
Yes. Excited to be on the cast.
It's going. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Oh Lord.
Stop, man. Stop. No, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Listen, I want you to understand. It's not guys versus girls today. All right. We are going to discuss topics, right? We'll discuss. And now, if it happens so that myself and Alex have to take a stance on something, that you guys happen to take a different stance. We don't have, we can't control that.
All I'm gonna say, y'all remember Thanksgiving. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna tell you guys.
I remember Peter from Thanksgiving.
Oh my God. You were there. You know.
Peter, if you watching, bro, I love you, bro. I love you, bro. I do.
Oh,
but nah, we just listen, nothing crazy.
Okay.
Keeping it calm, keeping it cute. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy. Real calm. Nothing crazy.
Them here.
You know what I'm saying? Keeping it cute. You know?
Oh my
Make sure we got,
goodness.
if we thirsty, in case you have, a little something to drink just in case. But we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Oh my God, you Alex has to go home tonight with Zariya. You have to stay here. So that's what I'm saying. That's all. That's all we have to say.
I'm gonna go home. That's fine. I'll be just fine at home. I'll be just fine. I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll be just fine.
Good to know.
I'll be fine. Don't worry. We'll all be good.
Okay.
And what I love and appreciate about December is a special month for me.
Oh.
Let's take it for me.
What?
What I realized is we invited another couple that loves December. Same way we love December. Don't y'all love December?
Okay.
Yeah, I love December. You love December?
We're looking forward to December.
Yeah, I love December. We love December too. That's all I like. That's all I like.
Okay.
But nonetheless, we're gonna do what we do. Obviously, we always start with prayer. So let's make sure, we get going. We pray first. God, we thank you. We worship you. We honor you. Father, we give you all the praise and the glory that you so rightfully deserve. And we ask you, Lord God, as we're about to dive into another episode, Father, that you cover us, protect us, be with us, have you way in us, none of us, but all of you. Lord God, take first place, take control, Lord God, and you know everything. And Father, we ask you, please allow us to do and speak according to your will and let your name be praised. And Lord God, it's not our fault if we as men know how to communicate. So allow us to do what we have to do. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Best prayer I ever heard.
What you mean? We praying. We saying thank you to Jesus. We saying thank you to Jesus. But we'll have some fun.
Yeah.
But they don't know who's right, Alex.
Yeah, so they know us.
We gotta break the ice though.
Yeah.
We gotta break the ice.
Yeah, let's break the ice.
We're gonna break the ice. Guys, can we break the ice real quick? We're gonna break the ice. We're gonna break the ice. We can break the ice? Yeah? We're gonna break the ice.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So we're gonna play a little game, guys. We're gonna play a little special game.
Okay.
Let's get our pads.
Alex loves games. Yeah. Loves games. Loves to be real competitive.
We're gonna have a little fun. We're gonna have our little fun today.
I'll take green. I don't know if these ones are.
Don't matter. We're gonna have some fun.
Oh, look at that blue. Look at that.
I got everything I need.
You can take it.
Here. Everything I need. So let's have some fun. So what are we gonna do? So we're gonna get some questions.
You're excited.
We're gonna get some questions
Mm-hmm.
from our lovely media team. They're gonna read us out some questions. Our job is simple. You either write me or spouse.
Okay.
Very simple. Me or spouse, so everybody can get to know us. All right. We'll just whoa.
Oh, and then is it like we get points for this? Or like,
You see? Y'all making everything so competitive.
Exactly. I want to know what's like the goal is for them to
They
understand.
just want to learn more about
You guys want to do this?
Listen.
It's just like,
Listen. And then if we gotta explain a little bit, if we have different answers, because ideally we should have the same answer, but if we have different answers.
Ideally, it's the key.
What's the name of the game?
The name of the game, icebreaker game. Who knows their spouse best? Simple. Nothing crazy. So
it's really us against y'all.
Listen.
You know what I mean?
Listen. We just go to.
We'll have the audience decide.
We'll go do that. So, what's our first question?
Okay, for the icebreaker game, who knows their spouse best? Question 1 is,
who is most likely to say, "Don't worry, I got it," and take care of something for their spouse without being asked?
We got countdown to the show. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
big match.
We did.
We did.
That's good though. Y'all do it for each other. That's what that means.
No, I'm not going. Yeah.
No.
I think
because of the fact that like if you take too long to do something, I'm like, all right, it's fine, bro. Don't worry about it. I got it.
I feel like for us, it kind of depends on what it is.
Yeah.
It depends on what it is. Like if anything logistic about the house and stuff like that, yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Right. I mean, I have to go look at it, but there are some things, yeah.
Still take care of it.
Especially because I say it all the time. I provide the house, she provides a home. You see what I'm saying? So there's certain things that's her, there's certain things that's me.
Yeah.
It works out though. It works out.
I feel like in this season, because I'm pregnant, there's a lot of things he's taking care of that I just can't take care of. So I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
And I feel bad. So I'm just like, and he's like, don't worry, I'll take care of it. So
yeah.
That's fine.
I don't even think it gets to the point, like, if it's like something actual logistics, I don't think it ever gets to a point where he's like, I'll take care of it. By the time I even think about it, it's already been done. So that's kind of like what it is. Like, oh, like, did you do it? He's like, it's already handled. Like, for example, last night I came home and we did laundry and I was like, oh, you already, and I looked at the drawer, I was like, oh, you already folded all the clothes. When did you have time to do that? You know what I mean? So, yeah,
that's
stuff
like
that.
December, man. December.
Right.
Next question, guys. Next question.
Oh my goodness.
Question 2, who is most likely to feel away if they don't get a morning hug or kiss?
I feel like we will be the same with Florida on this one.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, everybody's lined up on that. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's definitely you. Well, that's Alex? Really?
Yeah. That's me.
Oh,
yeah.
No, I'm not gonna lie. If Abby don't get her morning, she looking at me like.
I'll be like, good morning. Because Emmanuel's really quiet in the morning, so he's just like, I'm like, good morning, and he's just looking at me like, okay.
I'm big on like
the kiss and the hug part, yeah. We both say good morning to each other, but the affection part, he's more affectionate.
I think it's because of the fact that we wake up at different times. So like I wake up early. So
she up at 4 something in the morning.
Yeah.
So not.
Oh yeah. He's already bright and early.
But then he texts me like paragraphs in the morning. Yeah, and then he prays with me before I leave the door.
Yeah, Alex does that. Like if he leaves before me, he prays, and then if he's home, I usually wake up from Matthias. So I'm usually the same. We don't wake up at the same time.
No, that's like that.
Yeah.
Question. Next question, guys.
Question 3. Who is most likely to compliment their spouse and remind them how attractive, amazing, or appreciated they are?
See, that was complicated. This question make me choose piece of violence. Nah, it's making me choose piece of violence.
Right, bro. Just choose the answer, bro.
It's making me choose piece of violence. But you know what? We're gonna choose violence today. Let's go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
See, I didn't choose violence.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm reminding her consistently.
Y'all see her?
Yeah.
Wait, we can't get a zoom in on this?
Alright.
Like, we don't see, y'all don't see her?
No, Alex is really big on words of affirmation. Yeah.
Damn, that goes
Make
right
sure
into our
he
topic for tonight. What's up? What's up?
Okay.
What's up? That works out. That works out for us. All right. Sorry, guys. I just had to remind myself. I don't know. I almost went December. That's my bad.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
That's my bad. I almost went December. Next question. Next question.
Question 4. Who is most likely to surprise their spouse with a gift to express how you thought of them?
Not gonna lie, bro. Not gonna lie, bro.
I'm choosing wellness for this one.
Nah, I got it. That one's easy.
Ready?
3, 2, 1. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. The ladies take that one. Ladies are taking that one. I'm not gonna lie. Ladies are taking that one.
I just like to do like little,
Yeah,
like if
ladies
I'm
are taking
going,
that
if I'm
one.
out, like I'll get him like little things. It doesn't have to be big. Like yesterday, I just got him gummy bears because I know he likes gummy bears. Like stuff like that. It's nothing like huge.
Ladies are getting that. I think
Yeah.
I'm more likely to get the huge gifts. She's more likely to get the daily.
Yeah,
little
like
gifts here
like
and there.
oh, like I know that you like this, so I'll go get it for you. Or if I see something at the supermarket that I know that you like, I'll get like some juice that you like or anything like that. So I'll get
she's good
But-
at that. She's really good at that. I give her that one. She got that. I gotta be honest, bro. She take that one.
I'm like me. That's something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We're not both together.
I definitely.
Oh, accountability.
Nah,
we love to see it.
Nah, we ain't that both.
No,
She's not lying. We in that one together. We in that one together. No, we in that.
I know that's one. Probably one.
No, but he does like a really good job at like snacks and food. Like he'll always be like, all right, I'm at the corner store, I'll get you some ices or ice cream. I like, oh, you do like ice, yeah.
I feel like that's right.
And the mamitas.
I feel like the gifts that she wants, I'm like, yeah, I need a burger.
He'd be like, the lights are on, you know, the bills are paid. The bills are paid. You know, like I think before, like it took us a long time to get there. Like I think that like in the first 2 years of our marriage, I like definitely had that grievance, and then like I think that over time, that's when he started to get. It takes time to like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like when you get married, you get comfortable with your spouse, and you just have to like. Me, I'm just always reminding him like, all right, keep chasing me. Yeah, like it's not something, and it's not like you don't have to get big, huge gifts. We like those. We like those.
Yeah, I would say y'all really like them. Y'all like them.
The eyes light up.
they like them.
But I just want to just know that you're always thinking of me. Like I remember there was a time where like Emmanuel just stopped sending me voice notes, and I used to love them. And then I told him that, and then he was like, okay. But sometimes I'm a little nervous about telling him because I don't want him to do it because I said, right. But I want you to do it because I want you to.
We gotta talk about that because there has to be a fine balance between that. Like when you tell somebody something and it's like I don't want to tell you because I feel like if I tell you do it, I'm gonna feel like you're doing it because I tell you. But at the same time, I still want to tell you. I still want it.
Right.
I still want it. You know what I'm saying?
We've talked about that a lot too. I'm like, sometimes I feel like then is it disingenuous that now I told you, now you're doing it, you're just doing it because I told you, or do you naturally want to do it? But he's like, I love you, so I want to do what you tell me. So I have to always remind myself that it's like, okay, no, like he loves me, so that's why he's doing it, and he's listening, so that's good. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. It's just like the expectation of like I just want it to be done without me even asking you. And it's like sometimes it's like Amanda's like, I can't read your mind. Right, I was gonna say that. We think that we want you guys to. Like, we want you guys to. I want that anticipation of and just that surprise factor of things. So it's like something that I just like want, but I have to understand like communication, and that's a level of communication that I just have to have with my partner. Like I have to have with Emmanuel. I just have to tell him like, hey babe, I really love this. Like I love when you do this. You know what I mean? I love when I feel like I'm being cared for and like protected or anything like that. Like that stuff, I love that. So please don't ever get to a point where you're not there at that point. Because I don't ever want us to be like 15, 20 years down the line and just being with someone
just because of the sake of I'm just with that person.
Just roommates now.
Yeah, like, but I really just want it to be consistent. I know that we're not gonna have date nights. Like I was telling my brother today, like date nights every week is just not.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. That's a lot of money. Like
It's
you
a
know
lot
what I
of
mean?
money,
Yeah. So it's like monthly dates is like a good thing to like go out the house and all that stuff like that. I think that's more like feasible, especially in our like with timing of things and everything like that. So like that's something that I love to do. I love to go on date nights. This man love to sit on the couch and watch Netflix, and that's his time. But it's like him.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm not outside. Like,
I'm not spending money.
That's not true. Pay rent. Pay for my lips.
and if you pay for the high Netflix, 27.
No ads.
And the top
Netflix. Yeah. No ads, nothing, bro.
Right.
They got money. It's like but we got way too many subscriptions.
That's true. I don't think there's a subscription we don't have.
Like we got, and it's like
Netflix,
we were just, and
CBS, Paramount, Hulu.
I didn't even know we had Paramount. The day he told me, I was like, we have Paramount.
It's like the add-on. Like
exactly.
With Disney or with Prime.
Yeah.
So I don't have like Paramount and stuff. It's just like okay, if it comes with a bundle, then
Yeah. Because we just found it's Paramount Plus.
Yeah, like a Supreme or what is it, Premium?
Premium,
I have to pay to watch this thing that we watched 2 seasons of already. I'm like, all right, get out of here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, we pay for a lot.
But that could be a date night too. Like, so it don't always have to be going out. Yeah. But I do think like there should be a balance of like going out. You know, sometimes we'll do like a game night or something to balance it out. But just being intentional time with just the two of you guys, not just sitting in front of a screen and watching. Because like that's not necessarily. Yes, you can bond over the show or the TV show, but it's like. All right.
Yeah, like on Saturday we went to go see the Odyssey, and then after that we went to Shake Shack. I didn't want to go to a restaurant, but he's like, I want Shake Shack. I was like, okay, fine.
That's why you had there was no good food, man. Come on, man.
It was a tavern. It was like a cute little. I like the scenery and the vibes, aesthetics like that. But in my he's like.
Some tavern, bro.
Like
in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's
most with my boy.
Oh, okay.
We call it. That's crazy. We go there because the for those of y'all that don't know, I was in the Marine Corps, and the Marine Corps started in a bar called Ton Tavern.
Oh.
So ever since we got back to New York, we're like, yo, this is the spot. Like, let's just go to Ton Tavern. Oh, not Ton Tavern.
The tavern,
yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's for us, man.
He heard all that.
I'll do last question.
All right.
One last question. Fifth question.
Who was most likely to get upset if they are sitting next to their spouse and they are on their phone?
Oh. All right. Jesus Christ.
I had to write this in big capital letters. Bro, I had to write this in big capital letters.
Yeah, both with the exclamation point.
Yeah, bro. Nah, that's easy. That's easy. Nah, that's easy. Yeah. I don't understand. Why? Like,
that's something that that's been a discussion. I won't say argument, but that's been a discussion since the beginning of our relationship.
Oh my God.
Like, I remember one time he was like, I'm like scrolling on my phone, like doom scrolling. And we're sitting at a restaurant and I thought he was paying for the bill, and then he paid for it, and I'm just like scrolling, and I'm just not even realizing that he's like, I'm like, babe, what are we doing here? He's like, oh, I'm just waiting for you. And I was like, oh, okay.
Make no sense, man.
Or like he'll literally like we both get in the car and I'm scrolling and he won't start the car to go anywhere. He's like, oh, I'm just waiting for you to get off the phone because I don't understand what's going on.
No, because I wanted to sit and chill. You wanted to go out, right? I got no problem going out. Don't tell me you're gonna go out for me to watch you on the phone. We're not doing that.
I like that.
We're not doing that. Cause I can watch you on the phone from the comfort of my house.
I like that.
In the comfort of this couch, I can watch you on the phone. Don't tell me I'm about to burn gas in this high economy where I'd rather pay for carrots so I can get a horse. All right? No, don't tell me I'm gonna do that to sit here and watch you. And then the worst part, she texts me the TikTok that she's watching.
So we can bond over TikTok.
You realize the amount of TikToks that I get sent is crazy.
Okay. He didn't even watch them.
Nah, that's wild.
Sometimes he watches them, sometimes he
watch
doesn't.
all of them.
Nah, that's wild. But we do hope you guys, you got a little bit about us, But obviously, As you can see, based on the episode for today, we're gonna be talking about love languages. Love languages, love languages. So as you guys know,
Ooh,
how many love languages are there officially?
I think it's 5.
5?
Yeah.
So is it quality time, words of affirmation, something service, physical touch, acts of service, physical touch, and gifts?
Gift giving? Huh?
Gift giving. All right, so 5. So we're gonna talk about them. If you haven't reacted, go on our Instagram story. You'll see that there is a poll to fill in and let us know what is your favorite physical touch.
Oh, we
That's
know.
mine.
We know. Yours.
Listen.
Please, we don't want
Listen.
to.
Stop.
Yeah, please. This is a Christian.
No, because if Peter's watching, I don't need to. No, bro. And someone is watching? Absolutely not.
Emmanuel, breaking Christian silence. You don't have to hide
If
it.
you're married.
She's right.
That's it. You good.
Right. You're not lying.
That's it. Just say what.
But we're gonna talk about it. But as we always do, first and foremost, we want to make sure that we read our verse. We're gonna read our verse. So we're gonna read quickly 1 Peter 4, verse 8. 1 Peter 4, verse 8. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 8. It says, "And above all things, have fervent love for one another, for love will cover a multitude of sins." If it's that, man, that covers a lot of sins. A lot of love there. A lot of sins.
What? I literally was yo. I was like, on the podcast on Tuesday, I wanted to ask Alex this question because
all right, we'll get to that. 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 Jeez, man. We'll get to that. So, goal of today's episode is simple. Love languages. We're going to talk about love language, the different ways people can express love versus receiving love. Because a lot of times I think there's this misconception that people always expect love the way they give it. I feel like there's one thing to know how someone expects love, one thing to know how someone gives love. We're going to talk about the importance of love languages, learning love languages, and just understanding the impact of both meeting the expectations of their love language and also the impact of failing to meet that. Like, what can that lead to? So we want to get there, but I think first, food for thought. No, we're not going to your question first because we're not going there first. But let's talk about peace. Let's talk about love language. Let's talk about love languages. Okay. Just in general, on a high level, like we said, we already said there's like 5 of them. Before I think we start talking about our favorite love language, before we start talking about that, I think it's best that we discuss the importance. Okay. Why do you find love language? Do you think it's important for a spouse to know, for people to ask each other, what is your love language?
Yeah, I think it's important.
So what
I think it's important because of the fact that love, like for example, we were just talking about the fact that we need to express to each other our desires, and you guys are clearly not mind readers, unfortunately. So we have to tell you exactly.
Unfortunately, it's crazy. What do you mean by that?
But it would be fortunate for us, right? So it's unfortunate you're not saying it's a bad thing that you're not mind readers. It would be better if you were. That's all she's saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all she's saying. Yeah. So, anyway. Okay. But I think it's important because I
started slow. Don't worry. Let me start slow.
I think it's important because I would love the way love is it's an action word, right? And it's a construct, and a covenant is a construct that we created for each other. And for me to really understand you and get a deeper understanding of you, I have to know how to properly love you, because I may love you in the way I think is best, but that doesn't mean that you're receiving it well, because I'm doing it in the way that I know how to do it.
True.
So as much as I this is my love language, a lot of the times I find that I'm like, in the beginning of our relationship, I thought I was loving you the way I wanted to be loved, but that's not how you received it. For example, like I would go and do like acts of service for you, but that's not particularly your love language, right? That's something that I particularly like, but that's not something that you receive and be like, oh wow, Abby really loves me because she did this for me. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I think it's important.
I have a question for you. Based on your experience, what do you think is better? Telling your spouse your love language or letting them figure it out on their own?
Alex, we would like
Make sure you guys comment in the chat so we know. Comment your opinion. What do you think is better? Learning your partner's love language or having them tell you what their love language is? What you think is better based on your experience?
Okay. Based on our experience, first of all, when we were dating, we actually took the quiz, the love language quiz. So that helped us because I think we didn't even really know what our love languages were. We assumed based off of, just knowing ourselves. I think that we knew ourselves. So we were able to kind of tell each other like, oh, this is my love language. So I think I would recommend that, like you tell your spouse. But I think as you grow, it changes too. It might change the order of your love languages, right? One might be one when you first started dating or when you first got married, and then it might change to two and something else might take over. So I think just communicating that consistently is really important because you want the other person to be doing something like you said that you think, oh, this is your love language, and you're not reciprocating it the way that they're trying to give it.
Exactly. I agree.
I agree. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, I think for me in particular, yeah, I think you should tell your spouse.
Okay.
And I don't want to get too much like sidetracked because I do want to keep it on the 5 love languages. However,
we knew it.
No. It's something bad. Something bad. When it comes to the 5 love languages, I like to think of the 5 love languages the icing on top.
Okay.
Foundationally, I believe that our love language comes from the word of God.
Okay.
So this is me in particular. Y'all can tell me what y'all think. But I believe that foundationally, the 3 love languages are obedience to God, communication, sacrifice.
I agree.
Okay.
If you have all 3 of those things, I believe you can put everything else on top. The reason why I say that is because, especially with women, today you might like gifts, and then tomorrow it could be, well, I want acts of service, right? No. So
you should have let him go first.
So, like, the point I'm trying to make is that, and men do this too. I'm not trying to make it just women.
Yeah.
Men do that too. But it's just, once I realized that it could be shifty like that, that can't be the foundation of love languages.
Makes sense.
So I like to keep it on those 3, and then whatever she needs in that season, because like you said, you evolve, right?
That's true. Yeah.
When I got married to Zariya, there were things that I found out about myself that I didn't even know before, right? So I didn't know that, when she probably surprises me with a gift, I'm like, oh, dang.
This feel good.
This is dope, But, so I like to think of it in that sense because I like to think of everything in life. You have to focus on the foundation. Because what if, for you, physical touch, what if, God forbid, down from the waist below, it doesn't work anymore, right? Meaning you're handicapped. You still have to find ways to connect. And I feel like you connect based off of that foundational aspect instead of, the physical touch, because that's a hard season that you would have to go through. How do you get through that? And y'all think it's just men. No, women will feel like,
whatever.
Yo, am I?
No, I was about to interject. I'm trying to hear.
No, I agree.
I just think that, just with anything, like if you look at how a house is built, a business is built, anything, you need foundation first, and then you put those 5 love languages on top to really just like spice it up, which is why I call it the icing on the cake, basically.
That makes sense. I gotta give you a moment because it sounds like you want to say something.
No, I agree with what he's saying. I would just want to speak to the fact that he was saying it could be shifty for women, right? And I think for men too, But I think the reason is, like you said, like we change and evolve. Or I think sometimes also it depends on how that person is feeling. So I think our love language changed based off of how I'm feeling, what's happening in that season for me. I might not want a gift. That might not make me feel better, but I want to be heard, or I just want some quality time. So you can't just apply like, oh, her first love language is gift giving, and I'm over here crying, and I'm like, I don't care for no purse or whatever, you know? Like, so I think sometimes people are not necessarily being intentional about knowing the person enough, and they just want to be like, well, you told me it's gift giving and you're just throwing, gifts at it, it's not gonna work. So that's why I want to speak to that. Like that's why it can be shifty because people are, in different spaces in their life. Yeah. You
spoke of communication. One thing I've always wondered why communication is not a love language. Right. Like I never understood why we're never going to include communication as a love language. Right. Because I think it's beautiful when you have someone that you can communicate with. Right. Like being able to sit down, and I say this for my wife personally, being able to feel like I can sit down and just speak to her, I think that's amazing. Right. Because I do think that the art of communication itself is dying. Like nowadays, especially with social media, with text, with all of this type of things, the art of being able to just communicate with somebody. Right? Because ultimately, what allows us to, if God says that words is what allowed him to create everything, then imagine what us as man who was created in his image, what would we do without words? Yeah. Right. What would we do without being able to communicate with anybody? Because whether you think about it, quality time, service, everything at the end of the day, at the root of it, is communication, being able to talk. And that's why I just wanted to say that because what you said is right. Communication is you can't, I don't know any relationship that can survive without good communication. Short distance, long distance, next to each other, it doesn't really matter. The fact, I've always wondered to myself, why is communication not considered one of those love languages? Because I feel like the rest, like you said, they're good, but they don't sustain a relationship.
I think also too, like I remember you sent me this TikTok the other day of something that Pastor Gregory was saying. Yeah. And like it kind of like fell into what Alex just said about communication, obedience, and sacrifice. I think people don't realize, I know that, some people are not married, but to show that like communication, obedience, and sacrifice is a part of the mission of marriage. And sometimes people don't realize like marriage is a mission. Like it's a something that you work on, and there's seasons that's gonna be joy, happiness, but there's seasons that is going to be sadness. You're gonna be down. You can anticipate because that's life. So like being able to have somebody on that journey, knowing what the things life will shift and change, and also too just to add on to what Z said, in terms of, I think that because we all got married like very young, I think that you as a person change and evolve throughout your life. And a lot of that's like a blessing and a curse in a kind of way, getting married young, because you are growing within each season of your life. Like what I was when we first got married is not the person that I am today. So it's constantly changing and evolving. Like the things that I need, the things that I desire from you is not the same. Yeah. And that's something that you can't just anticipate. You have to learn how to communicate with your partner. And that's kind of why like it shifts and grows, because we change. Like, you know what I mean? The Emmanuel that I knew when we first started dating versus now is like a completely different person. And it's like, and that's kind of why.
But still born in December though. Still born in December though.
But that's kind of why it goes back to like, yes, communication, but I think that the core of your relationship needs to be friendship. Like I really truly believe that. Like, because I feel like there's certain things you would not do to your friend. Because love is finical. Like it's very like it's an action word. Right. It's not something that's like stand still. So, but there's certain things that loyalty to your friendship, you wouldn't just do. You know what I mean? So it's like that's kind of something that you communicate with your friend. Just being friends with that person and knowing how to talk to them and knowing how to understand them and knowing what words to use in conversation. Like if I really want Emmanuel to hear me, I know that there's certain things that if I say, it's automatically gonna shut him off. So
yeah. You were say something I didn't.
I mean, a bunch of things, but just speaking to what Abby was just saying, I think friendship is a really good foundation. I think the foundation of friendship is respect, and I was always saying that like we always have to have respect for each other, because I feel like if you don't have respect for the person that you love, and then that's when it gets like finicky and you start saying things you don't mean, and I feel like you wouldn't do that for someone that you respect. At the end of the day, you have love for. This is someone who's a friend. I think that's how our relationship started. We were friends for a really long time, and so we can always go back to that friendship. Like some days I might wake up, I might not like you, right? I still love you, I respect you, you're my friend, and so like I want to like work through this thing with you, and so that always brings us back to like, okay, how can we, we're here, like we got to get through this.
How can we get to the past side? And you kind of miss that, like even when like there's times where it's like if I'm arguing with Emmanuel and we're not like seeing the same, we're not seeing things on the same page, I would just be like, man, I don't want to not talk to him because this is my friend. This is my best friend.
And you miss them.
And I miss them. Like, and I'll just be like, okay, can we just like leave this to the side for a little bit so I can really talk to you? Because who really am I going to call? Right?
Bro, it's so crazy how quickly you can miss a person, bro. Like even when you arguing, I'm not gonna lie, after like 10 minutes, I'm like, yo, come on, bro, we gotta end this argument, bro. I want my wife like now. Like this whole I can't talk to you. Nah. We gotta put this to the side. I wanna feel, I just wanna feel physical touch, bro.
That's not your love language. I don't know why you're
Listen, we just said a different season. It's a season, bro. It's a season. Tonight is a new season. It's a new season.
It's definitely quality time.
New season.
What is wrong?
That's it. I do have a question. Let me ask another question. Do y'all feel like you want to receive love the same way you express it?
Yes. For me, yes. I would say absolutely.
And what about you? Just yes or no, just real quick.
I want to receive love the same way I express it.
Just yes or no, real quick, before we dive
Yes.
into it. Yes? What about you?
I don't think so.
No?
No.
I'll also say no.
Okay.
Who wants to start? Why?
Actually, I'm curious for you.
No.
Okay. So, why? I don't know. I know it's gonna sound weird, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I know it's gonna stop, man. I know it's gonna sound weird, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Okay.
For me personally, I feel like a lot of the ways I like to receive love is a direct result of the things I felt I lacked growing up. I felt like there was a lot of things I would have wanted growing up, I didn't necessarily get, and those are the way I want to receive love. But the way that I want to give love, a lot of times I felt like the way that I used to give love was a result of low self-esteem. I felt like the way I grew up, I never completely believed in who I was. I felt like the best way for me to show that I love people was more so through giving and giving and giving. But at the meantime, I never wanted someone to give something to me. I just wanted someone to make me feel like I mattered to them. But I never felt that I had enough as a person to make that person feel like me just being me was enough for them. So I felt like that is the root, for me personally, of why there was always a disconnect growing up, which is why me receiving love, I just want you to make me feel like you are there with me, which is why, like Abby said, my number one love language at the time was always quality time. I always wanted a person to just make me feel like I didn't care for gifts. I don't care for grand gestures. I don't care for
that makes sense.
I just want you to know that I'm there for you, but I'm going to do the grand gestures for you. Because I do feel like sometimes, I just grew up always feeling like I personally was never enough, just me as him. So that's my reason, personally. It stems deep. So
that makes sense.
You want to say yes?
I think my idea is very similar. I think because of my relationship with like my parents and like what I lacked with them, kind of like specifically like father, is kind of like what when I first got in a relationship with Emmanuel, what I desired from him. Like it was kind of weird, like, you know what I mean? Like I wanted that protector, I wanted the provider and all that stuff like that, and that's kind of like what stemmed like what I wanted. But I tend to have like a very motherly kind of like want to take care of you and like do everything for you, and I don't really particularly like that for myself. And I don't know if it's like the women in our family, like we love to do everything for everyone, but we're okay, like if like we'll be okay to sit in the background, it's fine, but it's like we love to like do things.
So you're the same way too?
I would say so. The catering, I think it makes us happy to see that you're taking care of. Yeah,
like that to me.
Not in the same way.
Yeah. It's like for me, it's like I love when you come home and I make you food and you're just sitting there eating it and you're enjoying that.
Bro, when I tell you Abby just sits there and stares at me while I eat her food.
And I'm just like,
She just stares at you.
I'm just so happy because I'm like, oh my God, I get to do something for you, and you you enjoy it, and it just makes you happy, and it's like I don't really have to like do much to like just to take care of you, and it's like I know that the world is heavy, so I know that you can come home and you could find a place of peace. Like that is so important for me.
I still remember the first time I learned how motherly Abby could be. I'll never forget. So I was home, and I think I got a phone call. Abby's like, "I'm coming to your house," and I'm like, "All right, cool, no problem." She shows up with like a new rug in hand, new bed sheets, new pillows,
Remember I did that?
everything. She walks into my room and says, "Yeah, I'm about to flip everything upside down." Meanwhile, she already spoke to my mom. Asked her for my mom's say so and permission, and she came in and she flipped my room upside down. Me being the man in me, I had a little bit of pride, right? So I let her do what she did. And then after she's like, "No, I'm doing this because I promise you, that first night you sleep is gonna be different, right?" So when she called me the next morning, she was like, "So how do you sleep?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's not bad." Once I hang up the phone, I promise you, bro, I was like, "Yo, that was the best night of sleep I had in so long." But I didn't want to admit that. Little man in me, I was like, "Nah, I don't want to admit that. I want to tell her that, but I'm not gonna lie." I'm like, "Babe, that night, yo," in the back of my head, I'm like, "That pillow felt different, the sheets felt different, everything felt different." I don't know if it's true, like when they really say when you do something with love, it just feels different. Nah, ever since then I knew that I was like, yeah, Abby's really gonna be that type of woman. I'm like, but I like it though. I'm like,
it's like even when I'm like cooking something that I don't really know, like, and I'm like, and I just pray and I'm like, God, like teach me how to do it so I can, like, I remember I was making sauce one. I'm like, teach me how to do it so I can be able to, because I know this is something that Emmanuel loves, so I just want to make sure that he's happy. So like, you know what I mean? Because I don't cook often, unfortunately, because of my like job and everything else that's going on. So like, I'm just like, God, let me just know how to do some things so I can make Emmanuel happy. And that's just really why. But I just love that feeling of protection and just provider and all the things that and like just having a person that's like truly a leader. And that's kind of why, like, I was talking to my coworker the other day, like I look at some other men and it just gives me the ick because I'm like the lack of masculinity that's in this world right now.
That's a whole nother podcast.
It's like
no problem over here. No problem over here. Nah, but let's flip it over to you guys.
Yeah.
We said about it. So you guys say yes. Why yes, you guys?
I like to receive the way I give just because, like I said, I relate everything, well, more so now. I think I understand myself a lot more so now. But I relate everything to the Bible. Like I literally will take it back to Genesis and I'm like, okay, how did God establish Adam, Eve? What does God say about man? What does God say about women? What does God say? Like, how is this supposed to be constructed? How are we supposed to act within this? So, for one thing, like men are big on respect, but I don't take it as women don't value respect. I think women do value a lot of respect, right? So I think there is that dynamic of understanding, okay, you know what? I do want her to respect me, but I'm not going to just walk around like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to ever walk with my chest like that high, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, God gave her to me, right? So if he gave her to me, he's entrusting me with, let me say that different. He's not necessarily entrusting me because I'm no good, but he's basically allowing me to be the one that is leading her, that is caring for her, that is providing for her. So
responsibility.
Yeah, that responsibility. So I think that, and then I'll go into, you know, the other stuff, kissing, touching, all that stuff. I love affection. Yeah. Like me, I love, like, put your hands on me. Yeah. Like right now. Yeah. You know, I love that. Yeah. I love that because to me, that's like,
oh my God, bro.
Suffocation.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, Benjamin's like, cut the show.
No.
The rest like, yeah, tell me how you really
Y'all can see.
No, but it's like exactly what you said, right? Like, you want to feel wanted, right? You want to feel like, yo, I'm the only dude that you want. That's in the world, in a sense. Just how women want to feel like they're the only woman in the world, you know? So it's like, I do think that there's maybe a slight difference on how it's executed, but I kind of still relate it to each other. God tells the husband to love their wife as Christ of the church, but also remembering that Jesus is the bridegroom, we're the bride.
Yeah.
So we also have to learn to love him.
Yeah.
Right. We also, it's the same thing in that same picture, right?
Yeah.
I don't separate that. So might be different dynamics, like I said, on how it's executed, but that's why I would say I love to receive it the way I also give it.
Okay.
Just to,
It's not gonna be long. It's gonna be long. So I ain't gonna be mad at all, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Besides, tonight, bro. Yeah.
No, I agree with everything that he said. I think for us, we had very similar upbringings. Different as well, but similar in the fact that like our parents are divorced. But we grew up in a home where we didn't really feel the lack of our parents were like good co-parents and they communicated well. And so I saw a lot of love in my household, especially with my bonus dad. And so I don't know. I just felt like going into our relationship and dating, I wanted to see that as well. Like that's how I wanted to receive love and that's how I gave love. But at the same time, I'm also like naturally not an affectionate person. As affectionate.
Really?
Yeah. People are always so surprised by that.
Wait, seriously?
Not as affectionate as people think. I don't know, maybe in like romantic relationships
no
is different. Like with my family, because my family's already not that affectionate.
You love touching people.
Because it annoys y'all. So it's funny.
I don't believe. Really?
But like,
nah, she's fooling me.
maybe Alex is way more affectionate than me. Maybe that's
okay.
I should
So
say
maybe
it like
because
that.
like you're comparing to someone that's like
Yeah. But I also was like, just growing up, I was always so like my parents would like smother me with love, like I love you, kisses, and I was just like, oh my gosh, stop. And so like in relationships too, I just like I don't need to tell you I love you for you to know that I love you. But Alex is very much so like a words of affirmation person. He's like, I need to hear it. And so for me, it was just like I'm showing you all these. Like I'd rather show you. Like I'm gonna be like when you talked about doing his room over, I did the same thing. Like when he moved back here from LA and I know he was coming for good, I did his whole room over. And to me, I was like, oh
yeah, this is
I'm showing you I love you. But to him, like he doesn't. That's not his top. So when he walked in, he was like, okay. I'm like,
that's great. What if I went there?
But he enjoyed it, but that's just not his top. Like, you know, if you probably would have liked if I sat down and like just told him how much I loved him and like how much I appreciated him more than that.
So based just on that, then let me ask you this: do you feel like a relationship can be effective if the way you love is not the way they want to receive love?
Yeah, because I think that is our relationship. We have very different love languages. I think it's just being able to communicate and like I don't want to say sacrifice, but like just being able to be that person for the other person. Like even though I hate saying I love you now, I love saying it now, right?
Because you know what it makes the other person feel like.
I don't want him to feel less than knowing that he needs this, right? I can't be like selfishly be like, no, I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to say it. Like, what kind of friend would I be? That's not respecting the person or loving the person that the way they want to be loved. And I feel like it's changed me too because I'm like, what was that? You know, what was holding me back from doing that? That was like a pride thing or just like a.
And you want to fill your person's cup up too. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? In the best way you can. You just want to make sure that they feel loved and honored and respected. Because I think that for me, like that took a long time to learn how to respect Emmanuel in the way that he felt me respected. Because I felt like before, like when we were arguing, it was like very combative and like, and he's very quiet and he shuts down. Like if I'm having a conversation and I'm very confrontational and I want to talk about this right now. And I had to learn how to like, be like, this is not working. And then the other day we were talking about something. We were talking, relax, bro.
I don't know what we're talking about.
We were talking about, I don't know what we were talking about, but we were discussing like frustrations that we were having like in just general life. And I was just listening to you. And then I sent you like another TikTok. And then I asked you, I was like, what is something that I've done for you recently that made you feel so loved? And you were like, the fact that you like, listen to me and like that's so important to him. But before it was just like, you need to hear me and you needed this and this and that and the other. And it was like very combative, and I just realized like I was always going for blood and trying to hurt his feelings, but in fact that was just not conducive to our relationship.
Yeah, trying to win is not.
Yeah, trying to win.
There's no winning. Like it's either we both win or we're losers. And I think that's something that we learned in our relationship over time. It was like you can sit and be silent, but how is that helping our relationship? We're not gonna talk to each other for a day, 2 days.
Yeah.
You good, bro?
Me? Because for me, and this is something that like Zariya had to like really pull out of me, I feel like. I don't like to waste my
That's the way I am.
I don't like to waste my breath. I don't like to waste my time.
Bro.
I don't.
But
Thank you very much.
We have learned.
I don't like to waste my breath. I like to waste my time, right? So like if like me and Zariya is having a conversation and I feel like it's getting to the point where we're not hearing each other, what am I doing here?
That's Emmanuel.
Like what like what are we doing?
100%.
But you see, like the thing was, what I had to learn was that I was still used to how things were outside. Because when you think about like dating or just your friends or whatever, if you mad, it's like, all right, I go to my room, you go to your house, you go to whatever, like you do whatever you want to do.
Don't work like that in there.
But in marriage, it's like, oh, I gotta see you.
Yeah, I see you.
I still gotta look at you.
We don't believe, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't either. We don't believe in like, oh, we're mad at each other, we sleep in a tub of beds tonight. Like that's not. That's not. They're like that's not. Like that's not like you don't like some women you hear them say, oh, he's sleeping on the couch tonight. Like
the door will be broken.
What? Like when people say like, yeah, we don't, like we're arguing, he sleeps on the couch. I'm like, oh, I don't really do that. I don't know. I just even if I'm mad at you, I still want you to be close to me. Like it's just like this little thing.
I don't feel too bad. Even my parents, when we first got married, they were like, don't get a king size bed, get a queen, because you always have to be touching each other, even when you're not. It's gonna make you make up. You're like, okay, we got the king, but I understand. I understand what they're saying. Like, when you're with that person, you naturally just feel like, oh my gosh, I'm still upset. He's still upset, and like it bothers you. Like even like a few weeks ago, like it was like 3 a.m. and he just looking up the ceiling. I'm looking up the ceiling. I'm like, all right, so let's talk. But it's a humbling experience. No, for sure.
Like marriage is gonna humble you.
Yeah. It's a mirror. It's gonna show you all your flaws, everything.
It humbles you bad, like real bad. No, but I do agree. The one thing I'll say, because I do agree. Like Alex said, I'm that type. I'm not wasting words. I'm not wasting breath. If we're going to have a conversation, I have to feel like we're getting somewhere. Yeah. But if I feel like we're just hurting each other or trying to hurt each other, like one goes low and the next one's just saying, how can I get lower? And the next one's just saying, I'm like, what are we actually doing? Because I feel by that point, I don't even think we even remember what we started talking about in the first place. Right. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I have learned over time, there has to be a middle ground. Right. Because one thing I've learned, like you said, you adapt when you get married. As much as we have our stance, at the end of the day, like you said, God gave us a woman that we are responsible for making sure that we take care of. Right. And I could say that as much as I want to take that stand, I do have to sometimes meet my wife in the middle. I may want to say, you know what, I want to take some time to breathe. I want to take a couple of hours. If the regular me would have taken 2-3 hours, I have to be like, you know what, I can't do that. If I got to wait 30 to 45 minutes, I got to wait. Because I think there was one back and forth that we had, one of the most recent back and forths that we had, and it hit me hard. Because I feel like I never heard my wife articulate this before. So I remember we had a back and forth, and I'm the type, and I tell her all the time, I don't want to walk out, but I feel like everywhere I go, you follow me. And you want to pick something out of me. And I'm like,
you need to talk.
I'm like, no, I'm like, I need a break. Like, give me some time to get my thoughts together, and I'll come back. She don't give me that time. So I remember there was one time I decided, I was like, I need a walk. I need to go for a walk. She was chasing, I was like, no, I need to go for a walk. And then I came back, and I called her and I spoke. And then she said something that really struck me. And ever since then, that's kind of what made me be like, you know what? As much as I know this is how I feel, I have to accommodate how my wife feels. And she was like, I understand you need your time apart, but I need you to also understand me. I had a father that abandoned me. And I do feel like every time that you step out of an argument to do whatever time you need, I feel like that feeling comes back to me. That same feeling of abandonment, I feel like I'm reliving it again when my dad walked out on me. And I don't like that feeling. Even if you go to clear your head, I still have that paranoia in the back of my mind.
Are you gonna come back?
And that to me, I feel like ever since I heard that, even now, if I do walk away, I feel guilty. I feel like I'm manipulating her in a bad way because she just told me, when you walk out, this is what it reminds me of. It reminds me of my dad abandoning me, and I don't want that feeling. So as much as, because I agree with you, because exactly how you are, same way. Like, I just feel like, listen, every conversation we have, I needed to get somewhere. But at the same time, I sat back. Once she told me that, I was like, you know what? Even if I want to take 3 hours, I'm like, nah, I can't.
But you have your way of doing it now, though. Like, that's very similar to Alex. Like, for example, one time we got back and forth, and I started raising my voice. He's like, so you calm down. We'll revisit this conversation, but you can get off the car now. I was like, really? He was like, yeah, you can get out the car now. We'll revisit this conversation when you calm down. I was like, okay. And then he came in the house. I said, I'm calm now. And he's like, no, you're not.
No, but I do agree with you, though. I think what I said is important. I feel like people have to learn that. And what's funny enough, as much as we are talking about love languages, I do think this is all part of communication.
I was about to say,
learning each other how to communicate, even in arguments. I feel like people don't understand that people argue differently. Resolve conflict differently, and you still have to find a way to compromise on that. If one person is someone that likes to walk away and another person likes to be confrontational, there has to be a middle ground. There has to be someone that says, both parties say, you know what, all right, I know I like to do confrontation. I'll give you 30 minutes. You, on the other hand, you know you like to take 2 hours. All right, fine. 30 minutes, fine. We'll do what we got to do. And after that. But I feel like it was a lot of learning. Like you said, I feel like it was a lot.
And I think it's a lot of learning yourself, too. Like you saying, like the fact that Abigail was able to articulate that about herself, right? So that means like there's like deep thinking, right? One with God, right? Like having this conversation with God, like, God, what is this? Because a lot of people don't have those conversations to figure out, like, what is this that I'm feeling? It's not always anger. It's not always just sadness. It's like, it could be feelings of abandonment. Where does that come from? And I think people need to realize in marriage, you have to continue doing the work. You know, like you're always continuing. It doesn't stop. You always have that back and forth with God first, and then it helps you to communicate it properly to your spouse.
Yeah, marriage is not the finish line.
It really is not, right? If anything, you're more in your prayer closet than ever, like, or together. Like, it's just continuously having that conversation with God, communicating with God is so important.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. When you told me those words that day, that was when I tell you that reprogrammed my whole thinking of how I am. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, because I remember that night we finished, and then we talked, we got pizza, and we just ate. And then she went to sleep. I'm not gonna lie, I sat down on this couch outside. I'm like, wow. Wow. Like, and the fact, and this is why I said, like you said, communication, I love it. Because I felt like the fact that she was able to trust me with that and tell me that. That alone, I don't know what it is as a man. Because I always say, like, there's a way you talk to a man. It's
Thank you, bro.
Yo,
No.
I love where you go.
There's a way you talk to a man. It's like there's a way when you say something in such a like
surrender,
bro. There's a way you say, because like if you try and match me where I am, I no longer feel like I'm looking at a woman.
You like
because
me with aggression.
Because the thing is, let's be honest, as men, if you find another man that's coming and yelling at you, we're fighting. Like there's no it's over. But at the moment, like the way she said it, it was like it was so innocent, so sweet the way she said it. And I was just like, bro, I can't even get mad at you. I had to sit there and be like, yo, bro, Emmanuel, you saw the way she said that to you, bro? I'm like, Emmanuel, you're right, bro. Like, she's not born in December, but the way she said that to you, bro, I was like, bro, the way she said that. No, I'm serious. Like, I feel like there's a way, when you talk to a man, there's a way you talk to him. You're going to get what you want. I promise you're going to get what you want. But if you're trying to sit here and meet me at 10, no.
It's that respect factor. Like, that's literally, I think, something that God put inside of man. So when you don't feel that respect, it's just like, no. what are we talking about?
No.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
if you don't feel loved as a woman, what are we talking
Exactly.
about? Right? It's the same thing. Like, you have to speak according to that person's DNA, if I can say that.
Yeah.
Right? So if Zariya said something like that to me, I'll be like, now I really need to take a walk. I'll be like,
Take a walk.
No, on my own time.
Oh my God,
that's it.
That will like really change the dynamic. And like me, I'm a firm believer that women bring intimacy into the relationship.
Yes.
And to me, that is a form of intimacy.
Yeah.
100%.
Because you're speaking something like that, like you said, you trust me with that, bro. That's gonna make me like. It's like you're like, I don't know, like I don't want to say Thanos because that's evil, but like imagine a good version of Thanos, just that last ring. Oh, like, you know, like, something like it makes you feel like you empowered. It's like, oh God, I see why you chose me for this one. Like I can go forward now. I can like I can see what the situation is, and that's why
I think it's good to just have like time to yourself of self-reflection within your marriage. I think that sometimes people don't really think about what's going on, and they kind of like just find themselves, because sometimes there's seasons in your marriage where you find yourself like the core of the argument becomes the same thing over and over and over again, and you have to like sit with yourself and think, why do I feel this way? And how can I, like, time with God, prayers, like there's Megan hates when I do this, but there's time in the car where I'm just like crying to myself, trying to understand why am I like this? You know what I mean? And like I just feel like that's a part of like being married to someone, because it's like I want to be able to express myself, but sometimes I don't know what's going on. And I think self-reflection is a huge thing.
Crucial.
And sometimes even your partner shows you yourself, but you're not willing to accept who you are. Like you're not willing to accept the fact that, oh, you hold grudges. You're not willing to accept the fact that you don't know how to accept an apology. Like, you know what I mean? You don't know how to, like, that was something that I had to face. Like, I was like, I want the apology to be this way and that way.
Yeah.
To be this way. It's like, you're not giving me the apology that I want.
Yeah.
So, and it's like, that's prideful. And that's like, you can't be that way. And it's like, you know, everything that you soar, like you never realize how much things influence you in in your marriage, and then you get into your marriage and the person's like, that's kind of toxic, that's not good, you know what I mean?
All these shows and stuff that we watch, and I want to even encourage the women who are single right now, like take that time to yourself to reflect on why you are the way that you are between you and God, because I think the work should happen even before you get into marriage, get into a relationship, right? Because it does make things easier. There's always going to be things that, of course, you're going to have to work on once you get into the marriage, but it does make it a lot easier, even for yourself as a person, just knowing why you're going through stuff, right? Just to have those conversations with your spouse or even friendships, right? Because those are hard as well. To be able to say, oh, this is just the way I am. We can't accept it anymore. You have to get to a point in your relationship with Christ, your personal relationship, where you're saying, okay, like I have to take accountability for who I am.
When all your relationships start to fail, like you gotta really sit down and think, like, okay, I gotta be the problem. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've got to be the issue. Like, you know what I mean? And that's like, it's, some people don't accept that factor, and that's like hard. So for me, like that was like the biggest point that I realized, because a lot of the times it's like I'm trying to understand, like, what's this anger that I have, or why am I so sad about this particular thing, and why does it trigger me the way that it triggers me? And just like honestly just really thinking to myself, like, oh, I get it, like I understand. And like I love my parents, but like being a person that my mom was in ministry, and just like that, like just a lot of time to myself, and I don't like to feel alone. Like I don't like that feeling, and that's kind of why, like, even when we're arguing, I don't even want you to be far away from me, because I don't want to feel alone. And that's something that I had to accept, like being, and like, you know, Emmanuel being in ministry, and I understand that like I'm not gonna have him to myself all the time. So it's like something that I have to understand, because it's a cross that I have to bear for myself as well, and it's hard. But I be telling him,
I'll be telling him.
She be telling me.
I'm telling you, like it's just a. She's still working through it. Yeah. But at least she recognizes that, right? To know where it comes from.
And that's why, like I always say, it's because of that sacrifice. I'm like, you know what? I gotta do the extra mile. I gotta make the extra step. Cause like to go back, cause I remember we went to Miami 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we had a disagreement, right? We had a disagreement, and I'm not gonna lie. Her, like I said, when she told me, when I was sitting there after I had the disagreement, that's the first thing that came to my head. I'm like, Emmanuel, remember what she said, bro. Remember what she said. Don't stay away from her for too long, bro. Remember what she said. So that was the first time I actually say, I'm not gonna lie to you. I went back to her so quick. Because I'm like, I don't know what it is, but when you really love somebody, there's certain things you don't feel comfortable just letting them go through. Especially when they tell you how they feel and everything like that. Obviously, you're not perfect. You're human, so of course you're gonna make mistakes.
Yeah.
But at the moment that you know about it, you try your best to rectify it. You try your best to fix it. And honestly, man.
No, I think the biggest thing too, though. I love you too, baby. But the biggest thing.
Yo, stop.
I know. I really think that the biggest thing is that, like, I remember one of my grievances with Emmanuel was that, like, I would be always the one that brings up the discussion that we had, and he would never, like, he's waiting on me to discuss, and I hate that. And it's like, why I gotta be the one to say something? Like, why I gotta be the one to break the ice? And he just be like, just because, like, you just don't be, you want me to say an apology that I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to say it right in the way that you want it to be said. So I'm nervous about bringing it up. And I'm like, oh, okay, I understand now.
But also, I mean, you look at Emmanuel as your king.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
you bring the problem to the king. And then he'll, okay.
He's not serious, y'all. Oh, he's serious. No, he's serious.
You think I'm joking? He's serious. Bring the problem to the king, and I will decide. Okay, this is what needs to be fixed.
He's joking,
boom.
guys.
It's gonna be a great car right now.
He's joking. I hope.
Why do you think I'm joking? Why do you think I'm joking? No. Let's. Why do you think I'm joking? What do you mean? Like, all right, think about it, right? If you look at any organization, any institution in life, if you don't like you have to bring the problem to your boss, the person that has the authority over you. Bring it to me so that I know, and then I can, I can deal with it.
I think also men and women see things differently too. Yeah. Right? Like something that might be bigger to us might not be as big. Like there's certain times where Alex is just like we had a disagreement and he'll wake up the next day like everything's okay. I'm just like, it's not okay. Like, he's like, no, like it's fine. Whatever. I'm like, no, let's talk about it. He's like, okay. But to him it's like, we go to sleep on it, we wake up, we wake up, we love each other, and then we move on. But I think women are naturally the ones who are going to want to talk about it more, and men are more logical in the sense of like, okay, A, B, C. A, B, C. We got to get to the solution. We don't have to do all of the. But there has to be a good balance.
Wait.
Too logical.
How?
I don't know.
Too logical?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Like sometimes there's like a lack of empathy. Sometimes.
See, this is what you see.
Because it's so logical for you, and it's like sometimes I'm explaining something to him, and he's like, "But I don't understand how you get there," and I just be like, "Why you laughing?" Understand why you got there, and I just be like, "But this is how, and this is what," and then he's just like, "But I still don't get it." That made us so different. I'm always just reflecting on that.
Sometimes
because the way y'all see things and the way we see things are so differently.
No,
but women, we can
don't get it.
And
like
we try
women's
to
logic, women's math,
women's
intuition, all these different women things. And I'm just like,
And so we just have to respect each other in that way. Like, okay, you see it this way, I see it that way.
Nah, I don't. No, I don't. I don't see it your way. Sometimes I don't.
Alex, why your eyes closed?
Sometimes when I be like, you understand? I'm like, yeah, I understand.
He's like, just
I do. I understand. I apologize sincerely because
you must be in trouble now. Next time she'll be like,
right.
do you really understand?
No, I still ask him. Are you saying you're apologizing just because that's what you want to get over this, or you apologizing because you actually understand what I'm saying?
No, you see that? You'll never have to worry because I'm not gonna apologize.
That's what makes.
I respect it.
He said the same thing. He's like, I'm not gonna tell you, but like sometimes he's so jokey. He's so jokey that I don't know when he's sarcastic or he's joking.
Here's the thing though with me. Here's the thing though with me with apologize, right? And this is maybe I'm being 100% serious.
Okay, maybe.
No, you're serious. I may not understand what happens or why you feel the way you do, but I do understand that you feel the way.
Okay.
I may not completely because truth be told, like you said, men, women, we're different. And forget even men and women. Just we are two different people. Right? We are not going to think the same way about everything.
Yeah.
Right. You're going to have your way that you think. I'm going to have my way that I think. I may not understand why it hurts you, and I'm going to still do my best to try to understand why I hurt you. But the one thing, I don't care whether I understand why or I don't understand why, but the one thing I'm always going to know, I hurt you.
Okay.
I hurt you. I messed up. I did something wrong that hurt you. It is up to me. It's because I love you so much that I'm willing to sit down for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, because I want to understand why I hurt you. I don't want to do it again. I don't want to upset you again. I want to make sure that I learn. Because the thing with me, I always tell people, I don't want to know. I want to know and this is me. I ask a lot of questions because I want to know your thought process.
Yes, too much.
The reason I say if I know your thought process, I can anticipate what's going to upset you. It's like, for example, I give this example all the time. If we go out to eat, you get to a place, you say, you know what, I don't like this chicken. I'm like, all right, no problem. We go to another place, I don't like this beef. We go to another place, I don't like this lamb. You turn down every option. But meanwhile, the whole time you're a vegetarian. If I knew the reason you didn't like this and I knew you because you're vegetarian, I would not have made the mistake of taking you from a place that sells chicken to a place that sells lamb to a place I would have just said from the jump, you're vegetarian. Cool, no problem. We'll leave this, we'll find vegetarian options. If I understand the process behind how you feel and how you think, it's easier for me to avoid certain things in the future. I'm not gonna avoid everything.
Yeah.
But that's why me personally, I try my best to understand. And I'm not gonna lie, like I said, try my best.
Like like I feel like you forced me to communicate because he'd be like, so how did you feel this way and how did you get there and what got you there and what were you feeling in that exact moment? And I'm just like, sometimes I don't even know all the answers to the questions. He's like, I think that.
So how am I supposed to know?
I don't know. You're supposed to know.
He's supposed to read our minds.
That's the tough part.
Supposed to read your mind?
No,
Okay.
but I think that
if I'm supposed to read your mind, then I'm gonna agree with Alex. Take the problem to the king, let the king decide, bro. At that point.
Take it to the king.
At that point, if you're saying something you don't know, then yes, I'm going with Alex. Take it to
I
the
think
king.
it's distinct for someone who really loves you, like if they're willing to ask those questions to get to know what you're thinking. Because like you said, we're different people outside of just being man and woman. Like you're just completely different people, raised differently, all the different things. And so if you don't understand how you got to that, it could be something from your childhood. It could be just a preference. It could be a bias or whatever. But it's like, okay, I want to get to know you. So if you don't ask, even in dating, like I feel like people don't ask enough questions. And then they get married and like, oh, I didn't know this person. I don't want to be with them anymore. And it's
that
like
facial expression is crazy. That's what you want to say, bro?
No, because I remember one time we had a conversation and I told her I don't believe in necessarily dating anymore. I believe in like vetting a person, like really talking about the deep conversations. Because dating, how we see it, it's the same thing. But dating, how we see it today, is like you feel all the butterflies, like oh she look good, or he does this for me, he bought me this, he did whatever the case may be. But do you talk about how many children you want? Do you talk about
how you want to raise
them, finance it, like all the things that are important? And then now you marry this person, and you're like,
oh shoot, I don't want to live life with this person.
Right. So it's like
so different, yeah.
Me, like, I don't ever want to do it.
Thank you. Like, I'm so
doing this over again.
No,
like this is it.
No. When LeBron said it, I agreed with him. LeBron said, "I am not getting another girl, Savannah. That's it. I'm done." No, this process that we did,
there's no.
I'm not doing this again. No,
do it
no,
again.
no.
You shouldn't want to do it
No, I'm not doing this again. Getting to know somebody again.
No way you're gonna make me do that. And I don't want to say that like it's bad, like it's bad or anything, but it does take a heavy level of commitment.
Intentionality,
right?
yeah.
Like going in as men, you think, yo, I understand commitment. No, you don't. You don't understand it to the level that you think it takes.
I think a lot of men. I think a lot of men actually. I agree. I think a lot of men don't understand the commitment in a relationship. I think
I was one of them. I'm not even like.
Me too.
I really did
I'm
not.
not gonna lie.
I
Me
was
too.
just like,
Me too.
What?
Me too.
Can I ask you guys both question? Like, what was one perception as a man that you thought you needed to be successful in your marriage, and then you realized on the other side that wasn't the case? That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question.
Very good question. That's a very good question. So just so I understand the question, you're saying what is one thing as a man that we thought was important for the success of a marriage prior to getting married, that when we got married, we realized it actually wasn't as prominent as you think it was?
Exactly.
Ooh. For me, I'll say for me, I think a lot of men believe that you really need to have everything figured out before getting married. And what you don't realize is when you get married, there's no way to actually have everything figured out because you have another partner that you have to include in this anyway.
That's true.
Like a lot of men feel like I need to be able to already be like everything established. But when a woman comes in the picture, there's a lot of things that you thought that you had established. You're going to have to find a way to it's a team. Don't get me wrong, some things are essential you need for yourself. You need a relationship with God. We can agree on that. You need to make sure that you are steady as a person. Like you can't tell me you can't handle finances. You can't tell me that you can't be able to plan, just a simple thing. I get that. But you have to understand you can't be as rigid as you think that everything is just what you want and that's it.
Right.
Like you have to understand when a woman comes into the picture, there's a lot that you have to accommodate for. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I want to answer the flip question because I think that one hits more for me. Something that I thought that wasn't important, and when I got on the other side, I realized was super important, which, like Alex mentioned, is commitment. I don't think as men we understand what commitment means. 100%. I don't think we know what it means to be committed to a woman. I don't think men understand. We love to say this all the time. The Bible says that, man, you will leave your mother and your father. You will cling to your wife. Right? The Bible does not say, woman, you will leave your mother and your father and you will pursue your husband. It doesn't say that. It is the man's job to know the time is here. You're going to get up. Tell your mother, tell your father goodbye. Go get your wife outside of from their parents' house. And you're basically telling her parents, you did your job up to now. Now it's me. Do you know what it's like to have a whole other human being depend on you? Man.
That's when I was watching the Odyssey on Saturday.
I
was like, dang, babe,
oh
wow.
my God.
It must be hard to be a leader.
I really love it when I see people just want to just get in. No, I understand the desire to get in a relationship. I do. But I don't think people understand what it means for a woman to cling on to you. And it's like, bro, everything, and it's like, don't get me wrong, as a man, you can agree with me. It feels good. Every single time that I know that Abby calls me, even for the dumbest thing, that makes me a little bit upset, but after I get upset, I'm just like, no, she called me though, bro. she called me though. She called me. She reached out to me. You know what I'm saying? Makes you feel good. But you are everything for her at that point. That's what you agreed to. She has a problem, it's you. Something can't get done, it's you. Something is broken, it's you. Something is this, it's you. It's like everything is you. There is no, you can't run. That level of commitment, bro, just take it from me, bro. I can go on. Just take it from me, bro.
It's
Bro.
I will say that for me, like I definitely didn't understand the level of commitment like I thought I did.
Okay.
I just think that I think men understand commitment. We just understand it completely different from how maybe God wants. Like I think how men to agree with your point, the way we look at commitment is, oh, I'm working, I provide whatever the case may be, and that's good enough. This is my castle. Like, don't you realize I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, which is true. However, there is that other side that is important for women to feel like they are actually in the relationship too, right? They want to feel heard, just like us to Christ. We want to feel heard. Like we don't just people. I think people do have that perception with Christ that it's just him talking to us, but God allows you to talk to him too. So I think it's that same dynamic within marriage. And for me, I would say that this actually taps into the dating aspect within marriage, though. I told Zariya, like, I don't know, a few months ago or weeks ago or something, and I genuinely feel this way. In this point in my life, I can't think about fun. I can't think about fun specifically for a reason. It's not that I don't want to have fun. It's just that, oh, if we want to have fun, these are the steps that we have to take to get there. So I was reading the Bible one day, and then I realized, I'm like, you know what? It's just my opinion. I agree, disagree. But I think, like I said before, I think women are the ones that bring intimacy genuinely into the relationship. When it comes to dating, naturally, when you wake up, you can tell me if I'm wrong or right. You probably don't think about, oh, I'm going to take Abby on a date on Friday, whatever the case may be. The first thing that pops up is like, oh, I got to probably this, I got to do that, I got to take care of the house, I got to, right? Like we're naturally just filled with grit. I need to do something to produce for the family. Women are more so naturally to wake up and, what can me and my husband do today? What can us and the children do today? What can, right? Like you wake up with that. Because I think
I'm agree with the man side. I don't know about the woman side, but the man side you said I agree.
No, but like
you're right. You're right. I'm not thinking that. I'm not thinking that.
If you take it back to the beginning and how things were in the beginning, God said that it's not good for man to be alone. I will make a helper comparable to him. So what do we notice in that whole situation? Something was not good. So when she came in the picture, it became good. It became pleasurable. So I believe that women really do bring the pleasure into the relationship. So for me, I'm like, and I'm not saying that to say that men shouldn't like plan date nights or right, but I think just how men, for instance, take the brunt of, I got the provision, the protection, the security, the leadership, all that stuff. Women, I feel like naturally do a lot better taking on the intimacy and the pleasure of the relationship. Because you guys just naturally are softer. You think about that. You think about those things when
it's innate for them.
You know, it's just like it's literally embedded in you. Right. So Zariya's always talking about, I want to go to Jamaica next. And I'm like, okay,
make a fire.
Right? Like she naturally thinks about those things. So for me, I'm like, okay, when she tells me those things,
you add it to that plan in the back of your head.
Right. Like, okay,
how do we make this work?
How do we make this work? But I stick to that so much because for me, I didn't have this before marriage. I really do realize I didn't have that level of commitment. I realized when we were dating, it's no problem to, let's go to Nobu or River Cafe or whatever, like, because it's just you. I could spend 1,000, whatever, 500 on a dinner, no problem. But now we have responsibilities. We got a house, we got children now we have to take care of. Okay, whoa, like I can't just be so like frivolous with it. I have to like be very calculated on how we do it. So as far as moving forward, I realized I built that level of commitment to say, you know what, especially in this day and age, with our culture, whether Black, Haitian Black, African, Haitian Black, whatever you want to label us as.
Yeah.
I refuse for us to be in the same predicament
as for our kids that we will.
There's no way.
Mm-hmm.
Our parents, I understand because they came from Haiti. They had to survive.
Yeah.
But with the opportunity that they gave you now, you
gotta
better
do
not
something with
squander
it.
it. So and it's not always a good thing because I do believe that you do need that balance. You do need that intimacy. You do need to come together. But sometimes it's just very, very hard. Like I feel like I've developed a high level of commitment to just like, bro, I can leave all these things on the back burner right now. I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do that. Right? So I say that to say that for men that want to get into marriage, there's nothing wrong with having things put together, but chances are you probably won't have it all together. Right? You have to learn how to do it also within the marriage.
And you probably learned that you didn't have it together when you got
exactly. Exactly.
There's one thing you said though that I gotta say, because I remember, like you said, as a man growing up, I always felt like my job was to provide. That's what I'm expecting. I had a nice reality check. So there was one time Abby and I got into an argument. And she was telling me that, oh, you're not really showing me like the attention and the affection, the love, that you're not really there for me. And then I hit her. I said, but I feel like I'm doing everything. She was in school at the time. I'm like, you never got to worry about groceries. You never got to worry about food on the table. Your bills are paid and everything. She's like, that's great. But what about me? And I was like, what you mean, what about you? Everything I'm doing is with you in mind. But she's like, but what about me? And I sat down and I really sat. I'm like, wow. She was like, because in my head, I'm like, that's what I'm thinking. And like you said, that's when, as a man, it's like, you do have to understand I don't want to call it a burden, because I don't consider things I love a burden. It's work, it's responsibility, but I don't want to consider it a burden because the word itself has a bad connotation, right? But I do want to say my wife is my responsibility. So as much as I say, you know what, and I told her, I'm like, bro, I'm doing everything. I'm doing this. When you have a roof over your head, you have food on the table, you have clothes on your back. Even at the time she wasn't working, I always said, I got paid, I paid bills, the rest of my money, I said, Abby, it's yours. Do what you got to do. I want to make sure you feel okay. I don't want you to feel like, oh, I'm not contributing to the relationship, right? I don't want you to feel that way. I have everything for you. All the money, she was hers, right? And I'm like, I'm doing everything. What you mean? She's like, but what about me? Like, what you mean about you? What you mean, what about you, nigga? Are you hungry? You thirsty? I'm confused. Our friend is packed. What you doing about you? And she was like, you providing, but I am still here as a person.
Yep.
You have to attend to me. And I was just like I said, I really don't think men understand commitment in a relationship, bro. Yeah, we do. Like,
I also think that you guys are like, I think something that Alex says that you're like very similar in that aspect, where it's like, for example, like I think we were driving in the car and I was like showing him a video of like, Deval and Kadeen, and they took their kids on vacation. I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna do that one day. He's just like, oh really? Do you know how expensive it is to take you and just us two is expensive. So just imagine children in the picture taking out to take out kids on vacation. He was like, oh, you can afford that? He was like, so a lot of the times I'm like ideals, right,
thinking and all that stuff like that, and he's just like so logistic and just brings it back to earth. Like, oh, this is, babe, I don't know if this is gonna be exactly what you think.
But the thing that you said, and like, that's one thing that Alex said, and that's actually one thing I even learned from my dad. As much as we are logical, and as much as that we want to make sure we plan for a quote unquote perfect future, right? I've come to realize that as much as we want that, we have to make sure that we understand that we're not living life on our own. You know what I'm saying? It may be in my mindset to say, if I get a check for $4,000, I'm willing to serve $3,800 and live on $20. Right. But I understand that's me.
Right.
Oh, the way she's.
I'm glad you understand that's you.
No, that's me.
Keyword, yeah.
That's me. I know that's not Abby. Abby's
Right.
not. If Abby had to check for $4,000, I promise you, she wants 2,500. Easy, and she'll be like 1,500 to save. Me personally, and I remember that was one point that we always going back and forth at the beginning. I can see a $4,000 check and save 3,800 with ease, and live off of 200. I can do that easy. I got no problem. Like I don't need the whole the nails done, the nails done, the this done. Oh no, I don't mind. I budget. All right, let me see here. So I'm going to work back and forth. Yo, I got to do that. Haircut $40. You know what? Food. You know what? I'm just not gonna eat out. I make sure I get all my groceries. I'm good. Everything in the house. I'm not going Saturday Uber. This, babe, I'm tired. No, I know I can do that. But what I've had to come to learn is that's me. I have to make sure my wife is okay. So the me that would have lived on a $200 budget is now understanding that my wife says she needs a $2,000 budget. I'm like, all right, so that's sure. You know, sometimes I compromise. I'm like, baby, you know, it's 1,800, but you know, 1,800. That's where you
No,
start.
I try to compromise with him because I know that he has goals and vision, and like I know that like at first I just be like, but what are we really saving for? Like, you know what I mean? Life is meant to be lived. And he's just looking at me like, okay, you're saying this now, but I promise you you're gonna regret it. And I'm just like, okay, now I'm starting to understand that, like, you know, it's a level of sacrifice that you have to make. And so I don't want, you know, I have to compromise, even though I want to go on, you know, nice vacation one day with all our kids. But, you know, if we have to go to Florida, it's okay.
Listen, I know we're reaching the end. You had a question you want to ask Alex, so I'm gonna leave it for you.
All right, so I feel like sometimes, for example, I'll come home and be like, oh my God, I had such a rough day at work, blah, blah, blah. And Emmanuel goes, he starts talking about like sexual things. And I'm like, babe, that's not the, like, why do you go there? Like, why are we not at, like, oh, babe, like, tell me why it was bad. He'd be like, but I could do this for you. And I'm just looking at him like, why do you do that?
Because that would help him, but that's not.
I'm just trying to understand why you do
would
that.
help us.
He's like, but I think in the grand scheme of things, if you really just let me give you a back rub, you really wouldn't be thinking about this problem anymore. And I just be looking at him like.
Let me ask you a question. After that back rub is done, you still thinking about that problem?
When I go back outside, I think about that problem again.
But at that moment when it's done, it's over, you still think about it?
It's temporary.
Temporary is crazy. So ask what's your question?
That was.
Oh, do you feel the same way?
Oh, do I feel the same way?
Yeah, do you feel the same way? Like, do you guys, like, is it, like, is that always in the forefront of your mind?
Yes, that's it.
See, he's right.
Is that really? He was the other day. He was like, yes. And I'm just asking him, like, is that always on the forefront? He's like, yeah, it absolutely is.
What?
I thought you just said. You're thinking about all the logistics in your mind and all the stuff like that.
And I'm also thinking about when Zariya walked past me and she was wearing something. I'm like, oh,
okay. I guess we're made very different.
Yo, you know what? We got it. So
No, bro, I don't doubt you at all.
I don't think that we're that different. I don't think we're
I think how we get to it is very different.
Yes. That part, I will say how we get to it is different.
Yes.
But
destination still the same.
Right. But you have to meet each other's, you know?
That's fine.
For women, it's a little bit more of like romance and talking and listening.
Yeah, one part and all that stuff.
Right.
You have no problem with that. Whatever you need to get there, I'll do it. 100%. That's some of the word.
Right.
What makes you feel good? What you
right.
I'll do everything for you.
The destination is
run you a bath, no problem.
At the end, we want to connect. We all want to connect.
The destination is the same. I just always wanted to know, like, is that really on the forefront of your mind? Like, always? He's just like, yeah.
And then we didn't even say what our love languages are.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think we already know physical touch.
Physical touch and quality time take it for me. Those are definitely my top two.
Acts of service for me, and acts of service and gift giving.
Oh, she loves gifts, bro.
I like it.
Genesis tells you everything you need to know.
Okay.
What about you guys?
I think mine is quality time and acts of service.
Okay.
And then gift giving.
All
Think
5.
3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need all of them when I need them. The gift part, like, okay, the gift part.
That's your last one.
Yeah, that's like, I don't really like look for gifts, but I definitely appreciate when I receive gifts. Yeah. It's like, yo, you took the time to think about that. Yeah, like the cologne, like I like that.
Start on cologne.
I like that. I definitely do. But the touch, quality time, acts of service.
No, words of affirmation. Put that a little higher. It's physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time for you.
But I feel like, all right, yeah, I get it. Yeah, words of affirmation,
I know.
quality time, acts of service.
Okay.
In that order.
Quality time, acts of service, and physical touch.
Okay.
100%. But,
that's it?
Well, no, you asked my top. Those are my top.
Okay.
But, I mean, hey, do I love work?
Words of affirmation?
This man said food and shelter.
I should not be giving you shelter.
Crazy. But nonetheless, do we have questions?
Yes.
All right. Let's start taking some questions. What question do we have?
Question 1. Zariya mentioned there's a way you need to speak to God about what's causing you to act this way. How does she do that? What time has she done that?
I think you just be frank with God. Like, go in your own quiet time and ask God, like, I'm feeling these things. What am I feeling, right? For me, personally, it was anger. I always respond first with anger or frustration. But that wasn't really what I was feeling. It wasn't always anger or frustration. So I said, God, where is this coming from? Why do I respond that way? And he showed me it's just a defense mechanism. You don't want to be more vulnerable. So you respond and you put a wall up to be like angry and frustrated so no one can get past it. But that was just having, honestly, just an open conversation with God and say, God, show me. And I read a lot, read the word a lot, like just going back to the fruits of the spirit. Like, am I not showing this? Am I not giving this to other people? And if I'm not, then I'm not following God, right? So I had to be, am I a patient person? Am I gentle? Do I have self-control? Like, I always go back to those things in every relationship, every conversation. And I always just try to reflect on that. So honestly, just speak to God, give it to him, whatever you're feeling. Those times I'll cry, like Abby said, like just you and God crying, like, I'm frustrated right now. Like, what is this? And it might not come right away, right? You expect them just speaking like, you're feeling this. Like, it doesn't come like that always, right? But it might be you just journaling. Or right now I'm reading a book, The Difference Between Mary and Martha, right? And so that book has really helped me a lot to be like, okay, I've been such a Martha in my life. How can I be more like a Mary? So read, have conversations with other people. People will tell you. I'm always very like, as I get older, I'm a lot more, I don't want to say blunt, but I'm a lot more open. And so I'm like, tell me about myself. Like, I'm okay. You have to be able to receive critical criticism or constructive criticism, I should say, and be open to it. Like, people will tell you about yourself. Just be open to listen to it and then change. So
I think a level of vulnerability is tough to have, though. Like, I think that's something, I don't know, it's like, for me, that's something that's tough to have because, like, I was raised to be such an independent person, and just learning how to be vulnerable with my spouse and just, like, being able for him to just see me as I am is, like, a tough thing. Because I don't want you to ever, like, I don't need
I'm
you
a
to see
G.
me.
Yeah,
I don't need you to cry.
But that's also like the type, like, putting that pride aside. Communicating with your partner is very important. Communicating with God, like, because I know everyone is not married. That is your first spouse in a way, right? Like, that's your first love. So the same way that you would speak to your spouse, you're practicing by having a relationship with Jesus and speaking to him in your quiet time and saying, like, this is how I feel. If you can have those conversations with Jesus and he's going to speak back to you, then you can have those conversations in the future with your others, with your friends, with your parents, right? But you have to practice it there first.
Yeah, agreed.
I agree. 100% agree. Do we have another question?
Yes, we do. This is also for Zariya. Zariya.
I meant, so Zariya can make
Not Alex?
Also, Zariya mentioned a prayer closet. As a couple, how does their prayer time look like, even in fights?
Even in fights.
I think we've learned we have to pray together. Sometimes you'll be upset. You want to just, I'm praying by myself. I'm praying about it by myself, which you should do, right? Because sometimes it is something that God needs to speak to you independently for you to actually have that conversation with your spouse. But I think a lot of times, even in that moment, there have been times where we've like really been heightened, and then we're just like, take a pause. We're like, all right, hold hands. You don't want to hold hands. Hold hands. Be intimate with each other and just pray. And you do feel lighter afterwards. So that's my recommendation. Like, right? Would you agree?
No.
Yeah.
I agree. No, I do. I definitely agree. I think when it comes to, they didn't ask me, but the answer, right?
Questions for him.
Oh, he's not lying.
Nah, no questions. No, but yeah, when it comes to prayer, that's something I will say, and I will admit that I had to learn as far as praying together. Praying together is something that we've done like within dating and all that, of course. However, when it comes to prayer, I've always had this understanding of prayer like it's me and God. Like it's just me and God. So I go to God about everything. I will talk to God everywhere. My room, toilet. I'm watching a video. Like I sports video.
Shower for me.
Emmanuel be in the bathroom like, babe, what you doing in it?
I could be watching a sports video, and then like something about football would like I will like show me something. I'm like, oh dang, and then I will just like open up my Bible and I'm like, yo, right? So like, I felt like it was hard a little bit to like bring that to Zariya because it's like, how do I do that? Because the way I process and the way I think, the way I communicate with God is not normal. I don't feel like it's normal. I feel like it's very like I will see God in a little screw on the wall. Like it's very, very particular. So I'm like, how do I?
I think that taps into something bigger though, because now that I'm thinking about it, as a man, you are the head of the household. Right. And truth be told, the relationship that you have with God doesn't guarantee that your partner, your spouse, has the same exact relationship. But ideally, if you are the head of the household, you are the one that's supposed to be driving the spiritual side of your family as well. It's like, how do you do your best to make sure that your spouse can also get into that? And what do you have to do because hey, there may be something my spouse may do better than me. I have to be open to that as well, right? But I do think what you said is actually tapped into a bigger thing. Like, how do you guys even come to the same page when it comes to how you guys serve God as a couple? Like one thing because sometimes, on YouTube, I see all them pop the balloon shorts, right? So sometimes the things that make these people pop are hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Right. But one of the things that I love to see on the pop the balloon shorts is people talking about, I'm religious, you spiritual.
Oh, yeah.
That thing that goes back and forth. I'm religious, you're spiritual. I'm more religious, you're more spiritual. I believe in God, you believe in whatever. What does your walk with Christ look like? And I'm hearing all these things. But I do think that is something. I mean, I know we might not be able to talk about it now, but I do think that is something that is important. What, like you said, during that time before you guys get married, there has to be a level of understanding. Are we going to come together on our walk with Christ? Like I know my wife, I remember there was one time they were doing a 3-day prayer for us at the temple, like 3 Fridays back to back to back. And one prayer request that my wife said, she said, I want to make sure that Emmanuel's God becomes my God. That alone told me where I stand, where I'm like, all right, so she is, and again, goes back to commitment with man, right?
I did not know what I was saying at the time.
She was sitting here, she said that, and I'm like, okay, so I see where her mind is at. God, don't make me disappoint her. Like, I have to make sure that if she's willing to trust me to that point, I have to make sure that I'm leading her the right way, which is, obviously we thank God with the testimony that we had about her debt and everything like that. which allowed her to you. Appreciate it.
God is good.
You know, those things. Mind you, we're not the only one that had big debt that got erased either. So I just want to say that, you know,
God can do it.
they also had a huge, what was it, 80K in like 6 months?
Yeah.
Something like, so again, so not just us.
Less than a year.
We gonna say this.
But nonetheless, what I'm saying is, I feel like it is important, like you said. I do think that's something that a lot of people have to realize. What will your Christian walk look like together as a couple?
Yeah.
I understand that you guys have your individual walks, but what will it look like as a couple? Like, what are we going to do on the other side after we say I do? What will our walk look like? Because I don't think that people really take that seriously. Like, people are of the notion, oh, we can get married, doesn't matter, we serve God differently. No. No. Like, it has to be common belief. So I do agree with you.
Just to tie into what everyone is saying, and specifically you, babe, I think that the biggest thing that I learned in terms of prayer and just connecting with your partner is understanding, like I said before, marriage is a mission. And a lot of the times, like, I didn't want to accept my role in the mission. Like, I didn't want to accept the fact that I was a pastor's wife. I didn't want to accept the fact that, like, God does things different for us than he does for everyone else. Like, our journey is going to be different. And that was something that took me a very long time to accept. And Emmanuel told me this. He was like, babe, you're going to be married to me. It's going to be tough because God doesn't play with me in the way, and he teaches me things in a way that is a delayed gratification rather than instant. So everybody else's journey is different than mine. And that's something that you have to accept. And it took me a very long time because it's hard for me to accept rejection, and it's hard for me not to get things the way I wanted at the time. So, like, even with that debt, like, it was a constant fight of faith with Emmanuel, because he's like, I know that this God is going to do this for me, but Abigail doesn't really truly believe the way I believe. So, like, it just took a constant commitment. And that's kind of like something that maybe we'll talk about another day. It's just learning how to join faith.
That's really important. That's actually a big one. I'm sad we got to that like this late.
Right now.
That's a big one.
Yeah, because it's like that took us a long time to get to, because for me, like, the way I was raised, like, things weren't difficult, but they weren't as easy, but it was in the middle. But, like, as I got married, I'm like, God, why does this thing not happen for me right now? And why am I suffering with this? But then as time goes on, I'm starting to realize, like, God is trying to form me to be exactly what he wants me to be. And, like, exactly why Emmanuel be like, you want to be a pastor's wife, you got to have a testimony. You have to have a mission. And that comes with grit. And and it's like, you can't talk to the people and say God is going to do this for you, but you don't know, you don't have your own testimony. So that's something that I had to learn, and it's still tough.
It's tough. Yeah, it will continue being tough too. But God is good.
Do we have another question?
No.
One more? Two more. Okay. Next question.
For Zariya.
No. For Zariya too?
No.
That.
Yeah.
Oh, them. Okay. Zariya. They got you.
Okay.
Next question. Go ahead.
Jimmy good?
No, this question is it's weirdly written.
Okay.
But it's basically, how do you deal with saying you don't understand somebody's love language, and what was the benefits of actually figuring that out?
I like that one.
That's a good one.
Don't understand. Yeah, don't understand.
If you don't, also you could include as well. Part B to that is that what helped you love that most about the other person for both couples? Like, what do you love most about that process?
Okay.
So when you don't know somebody's love language, I would say that for me it was tough. It was tough because I had a level of what you spoke of where it's like, but I'm providing, but I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I'm like, is this not showing love.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I'm
yeah.
so confused.
Yeah.
Like what is
Yeah.
going on? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
because like me, I'm always like I'm thinking of this is a drastic example, but for me, I'm like if anybody gives me $1, I'm thinking, right? Because it's just like I could be out here on the street, like can I? And thank God, like we're not there. Right? So whenever you bring that level of, bro, okay, you have a house for the people that don't speak Creole. You have a car to drive. You have food on your table. You have clothes. You have everything that you need. Is this not love?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when she was communicating to me like, this is not the love that I appreciate that. But I'm talking about this other side.
That was rough, right? That was rough.
And I'm like,
yeah, that was rough.
Other side.
That was rough. No, that was rough.
I'm like, there's another side.
That was rough. That was
I'm like, there's another
rough.
side. Like,
that was rough.
Okay.
That was rough.
And so
that was rough.
I think that that's something that I had to really sit down and understand, and like more so, even this is I'll be as transparent and vulnerable as possible. More so recently is where on the weekends, like we might do something like I don't even want to get into that because I got mad about the pool, whatever situation.
Yeah.
But
New Jersey is different.
Yeah, that's another story.
You got to get a family pass to go to the pool, but you have to. It's not open on the weekends.
Right.
Why is it not open on the weekends? Because that's when
to
most
get the
people are
pass.
off.
So you have to get the pass during the week.
Oh.
So we were so excited. It was so nice outside, and we didn't get to go to the pool.
It was
sorry.
Yeah. But like doing those things, having those moments, I realized that it's very important. Not just to her, it is important to me, but I've been so driven on like I have to do this, I have to do this because my family depends on me. That it's hard for me. It's really, really hard. When I say it's hard for me to think about fun, it's very, very hard. Because when we were single, yeah, I could be outside. I can like go and do all the things, but like now when you have these responsibilities, it's like, man, how do you go to that?
Yeah.
Right. So that's something that I feel like I'm still learning to this day, right? It's something that I'm always gonna learn because Zariya's gonna want different things. She's gonna want to experience different things, and it makes me go harder in the things that I'm doing or the things that I'm going on. But then it's like, I want to be right there. Then maybe I'll be able to meet those love languages. But I don't believe that you need to be all the way there, like you said. You just have to meet each other where you're at. So for me, it was tough, and I feel like it's getting better now, and I'm actually enjoying doing certain things, right? So I'm very traditional in the sense where, yeah, like if there's dishes, if there's this, whatever, like, yeah, you got that. Because I got the gas, I got the bills, I got the house, I got the this, I got the that. Like, you got that, right? But especially in this season, like, if I come home and let's say there's toys because Matthias, my beautiful son, he's playing with it or whatever, or there's things going on, there's dishes, I don't even complain. I'm like, no, I got this. Like, let me just do this right now because I know it's a lot to deal with my little baby boy because he has energy. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna make this about a man or woman thing or like, why aren't you doing what you're supposed to do? Like, this is still my house too.
Yeah.
This is still my environment. This is still my space too, right? Like, this is our living space. So I want to take care of her in that sense too. And she does do majority of everything else anyway. So it doesn't hurt to just help her and step in and do that, right? And that's one of the things that she mentioned to me a long time ago about basically her love language, right? Like, or getting to that intimacy level, that physical touch, right? Because seeing your husband do those things, it does give you a level, I guess, right? It gives you a level of like, oh dang, like he did that for me, right? So I'm like, okay, you know what? Why fight it? Why fight it? You know?
I want to speak to one other part. Jokes. that you were speaking to. Oh man, I just lost my train of thought. But about the process of the love language, I think it has become really beautiful because not only like it's not something that necessarily I would want to give, right? Like the words of affirmation was really hard for me. But now like that we're raising children, right? I'm also thinking about like, oh, how beautiful it would be also to raise them up that way, like to give them words of affirmation, right? It's something that I don't necessarily need, but I understand how important it is, right, in this season of our lives to do it for our children, or our children to see me do it to their father, right? And so I'm like, yeah, you can't be selfish in that way and say, oh, well, I don't need it, so I'm not going to give it. It's like, it just has so many other factors to it that we don't see sometimes, or we don't want to see. But I think in marriage or just in relationship with people, that you have to be more open to understanding other people's love language. So for us, I believe the process is really beautiful. We're still learning. And I think, like we said earlier, our seasons or our love languages change with the seasons in terms of priority. So that's something that we just have to continue communicating.
And also remembering the things, like that's something I have to work on too. Is Zariya will give me words of affirmation, but sometimes my mind can be like on 1,000 somewhere else. But then I remember, she does something like, you look handsome, you look handsome. Oh, she does do that. Right? So like, because the enemy, I feel like the enemy will try sometimes to be like, he don't even tell you this, and I'm like,
yeah,
it's not true.
We didn't even talk about the fact that the enemy be playing mind games to try to trick you into having arguments that don't even need to be had, or miscommunications, or making you see things that is like not even real, or like it's a constant fight, a constant fight of like the enemy trying to battle with you in your marriage, and you have to stand firm, because a lot of the times, like especially like for example, like this Miami was our first time like going away as like pastoral and Emmanuel preaching and stuff like that. The amount of demonic attacks that we've gotten, and it's just like, wow, like, you know what I mean? You never really know like what the enemy sees your marriage as a threat to his realm. You know what I mean? You never realize like how strong of a unit and us being together, and that's why it's important for you guys to like pray and for us to pray, because that is a level of commitment that you need to have in your relationship.
Yeah. I know we were on time. We have one more question, you said, right?
Oh, they combined it.
That was combined it. All right. But that was great. That was great.
Woo!
That was great. Give us a round of applause.
Thank you for having us.
It was fun. It was lovely. Isabel.
Waiting for you.
Isabel, we're waiting for you. But no, let's give it up.
3 men on the podcast. It's crazy.
Whoa. Whoa.
More guests.
Alex behaved today, and you did too. So it's good.
Listen, when do I not behave?
Behind the scenes. They're going to show you the behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes was fun. But no, we made sure, we had fun. Again, hats off. Thank you guys for joining. Well, hopefully it's not the last time. We definitely enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun. We hope that you guys as well enjoyed watching. And again, this was lovely. It was a lovely experience to be able to share with another couple. You guys get another couple's point of view. So we're definitely going to continue to do this. Isabel, we're definitely going to continue to make sure that we find different ways to do this. Other couples that will join. One day we'll have 3. We'll have more couples. I'm not. What's wrong?
No, I said yeah, man.
Okay, I thought you were saying too much.
No, I agree. I think it's good to have a different perspective, and it's actually funny to just talk to Zariya and Alex and just see like how similar and different things are and approaches are, because it's good.
Every marriage is different.
Yeah,
this is really refreshing.
I hope that's one thing that you gotta definitely take from this. Every marriage is different. Like, we give our perspective. I always say this all the time. I feel like previous couples, they can give you their advice based on what they did. But one thing I've learned, even when I'm trying to give advice to others, I try more so not to tell you how to apply it, but I more so give you an overarching point of view. For example, saying communication is key. But it's up to you guys to decide how will communication look for you.
Yep.
Right? The way it works for myself and my wife isn't the same way you heard it work for Alex and Zariya. And it's not going to be the same way it works for you. You guys will know. So definitely, this was fun. This was great. Please make sure, as always, if you haven't, like, comment, subscribe. And also make sure that you continue to follow us. Make sure that you also give love to the Zariya and Alex as well. Make sure that you follow them, all their socials. And Zariya was so nice to debut a maternity line. We have a maternity line for our merch. So very quick, we're gonna have Zariya's gonna show off her maternity line.
Maternity line is
She has a maternity line. She has a maternity line for her merch. As you guys can see, you know, she has a maternity line.
My special customized BCS.
Yes.
And it's a zip. It is a zip. A to Z. And you see the hashtag A to Z.
I love it. I love
So
it.
get your merch, get your customized merch. See, I got the nice white one. I don't know if y'all can get this. Get a bigger size.
No, definitely. So I definitely enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. Isabel already responded, said that she would love to. So we're waiting for you. We're waiting for you, Isabel. We're waiting for you guys. Come through. All right.
Yeah.
Do your best. Come over so that we can have. And we're gonna enjoy it. We're definitely going to enjoy. Tonight was a lot of fun, and I think this gave the podcast a different feel. It gave it a different feel, which is great. So definitely do that. Obviously, maternity love. Oh, Isabel says she needs one too.
Yes, she do. That's my pregnancy.
She says she needs
2 times in a row. Together.
Nah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So definitely.
Can I say something? Yeah. Now, if y'all want me to misbehave, tell them to invite me back on this podcast. And I'll misbehave. I'll tell y'all the real.
I think that it's gonna be an episode with just the guys.
I think if y'all want that,
just the guys. Yeah, Benjamin.
I don't know if they're ready for the guys.
No, I think it's needed. There's so many topics we even get into.
There's a lot of different topics.
The women too.
I'm with it. We could have a woman only BCS for another Tuesday, a man only BCS for Tuesday. I'm all for it. I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
So let's definitely do it. But we appreciate everybody for joining, as always. But we end the same way we started, as we always do. We pray off the end, so we thank God for everything.
Dear Heavenly Father, we worship you, we praise you, we glorify your name, oh God, for who you are and who you continue to be. We thank you, Lord God, for Alex and Zariya that joined us today on the podcast. We ask you that you cover them and you continue to bless them, oh God. And we thank you for every person that's watching, oh God. We ask you that you go to their house and bless them, Lord God, wherever they are, whatever season they are in, Father God. Let them be always to be able to produce fruit. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. Okay, so we already have Soul's Law said bring Alex back. Ruben says bring Alex back. People like bring Alex back, so they want to see the misbehave.
Yes.
Bro, you got people already saying to come back to misbehave. So just say the word, do what you gotta do.
Okay,
but as always, guys, remember what we do here. We break the silence one conversation at a time.
One conversation.
We love you guys. Have a great night. And we'll see you guys. God bless. God bless. Adios, guys. Remember, 2 weeks off. So we meet back 2 weeks. We got 2 weeks off, so we'll be back September 8th. That'll be our next BCS, September 8th. All right, guys. Enjoy the night. Have a great one.
Bye, guys.